So I'm just mucking around my emails, checking out.
Your emails. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they muck around and look at their emails. But I love that, Jack. Please tell me what you do in your emails.
I just check them repeatedly.
Yeah, what's up? How are we? We're doing good. This is Mr. Beard, Mr. Podcast. I'm Mr. Beard. This is Podcast and Beard, the show, the podcast and... We got there. We hope you've enjoyed our first episode and our other podcasts as well. We're coming back for episode 2, Jack, the beer podcast.
And this is the way it's going to go the entire time.
Yeah.
We've recorded the deep dive, which you should check out.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, all our seriousness is gone.
Yep.
And the nerves too from last week are gone.
They're out the window, mate. You see the salt lamp over there? See that little elephant that's just chilling in the background? I don't know if you can see it on that camera. I think you can. That it's gone out the metaphorical chute, and that's where it's gone, and we love it. We hope you guys are having a good time. So we just had some technical difficulties, Mr. Podcast. I've got it right this time. Yes, come on, yeah, beauty. So one of our cameras, again, just decided to neck itself. It also went to the elephant's chute, but it's back. We fixed it.
You're sticking with this elephant shit thing. You're really sticking with it.
I am, and I quite enjoy it. Do you want to tell us the story behind that elephant, Jack?
Oh my gosh, okay, great. So, is it called Bad Santa when you have to...
Yeah, where you steal it, yep.
So, we're playing Bad Santa in Sydney last year with my family for Christmas, and all the things were going on, a lot of alcohol, not going to lie.
Nice.
I don't drink alcohol, so it was a bit of a useless thing for me. It was nothing there I wanted, except I thought this elephant could be good. It could serve a purpose.
It could serve. And tell me, did everyone else also love the elephant? Or...
Now, when I picked the elephant, there was a silence, and then a sort of, what the heck is that? What type of choice is that? You want an elephant for your Bad Santa gift?
So, Jack, some could say you're a genius because you chose the one object that everyone else thought was absolute garbage. I'm looking at it now. I can't disagree with them. But I love it. And that's our elephant. What's its name, Jack?
Jeffrey
the elephant. Jeffrey the shoot. Let's shoot Jeffrey.
Oh gosh. Well, any animal cruelty people just left, so...
Bye!
Which is so bad, because you consider me one of them.
Yeah, there you go, mate. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, there you go. That's an interesting start to our podcast. What are we actually talking about today, Jack?
We're talking about work-life balance.
Yeah, we are.
Actually, in theme with how we're feeling, we're doing things a little differently. Usually all the time is spent on the work. But today I want to talk about the life bit of it. Ooh. That sweet life. This is a really hard one to explain, but we're going to go through some different art forms, shall we say?
Yeah.
Entertainment, media, I'm not entirely sure the name. But we're sort of talking like books, movies, TV shows, podcasts, games, all these things just to sort of talk them over and what the pros and cons and the price value compared to how much time they're giving you. And sort of just, we're going to go through a fun exercise ourselves where we pick two that we want to keep in our lives more predominantly than the others. And we encourage you to do the same.
There you go. It'll be fun. It'll be a vibe. It's already a vibe. So I'm ready, Jack. What are we doing other than that? Like, is it just the art forms? Is that it, or is there any other entertaining things that we're doing?
There will be a fun little segment coming up soon about our game of the week. And my gosh, are you in for a treat?
Yes. Some can say there are bugs involved. Some could say there are snacks involved. No. We don't need the music. I think it's a disgrace of a game, but Mr. Builder over here, Mr. Podcast over here, thinks it's the beauty of all life and existence. And you can agree and disagree. We'll see what happens.
Game of the year. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Game of the Year. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it didn't get a nomination, but that's okay.
Robbed.
Robbed. Absolutely robbed. I love it.
Are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready to get into it. Are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's start with the one that I think you may not like.
Okay, let's do it.
Books.
Books. Yeah. My favourite, kids. My favourite. Oh, gosh.
I'm actually a big book lover.
Yes, you are.
In recent years, I did the one book a week for a year. And I would love to do a video about that and how my view on books changed and all that. But, Eric, what do you think about books overall?
Look, I think they're good. I honestly think they're good. I still choose not to read them. Look, I haven't read many books this year, in any years, really ever, other than high school when you had to read the books. And then I actually genuinely read the books in high school. I didn't skip out like some kids who just read the chapters or the points out, like Mr. Bilton here, who seems to be switching between whether he loves books or he hates them.
No, I didn't like school books. School books, even book lovers think school books were trash.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I thought they were good.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
So maybe that's why I don't like every other book. Look, I like my leadership books and like, you know, your principal books and those kind of things where you can actually grow from them. You're not going to catch me dead reading some novel about some crap about some person who loves this person who loves that person who's in some love triangle that does all these things, you know?
Yeah. I'd say the love triangle in the Hunger Games was pretty much my taste tester for that type of thing. It didn't go well.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the movies they were alright.
My favourite one was the second.
Second was pretty good. I think I'm going to stick with OG, number one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like that one better, yeah. The rest, the part ones, they were pretty average, weren't they? Went a bit downhill.
It's just so hard to do part ones and part twos for a final.
Yeah. I mean, Harry Potter did alright, except for part 7, which was just so long and so...
Well, part 7, so the 7th movie was split in 2, or...
Yeah, that's what I mean. The first part of that was just, like, so long and slow that it's just, drained it. But... classics.
But again, that brings us back to the books. There are books.
True.
And there are 7 books that people love.
Mm-hmm.
So generally speaking, why would you say that you haven't read books because the format doesn't fit you or the time is not there for you?
I guess, you know, with length, talking about the time of books, depends on the book and the amount of pages, but I see the page number and I just know there's going to be a long haul of just reading. And I'm the only one in my family. My mum and sister love books. Like, they read them like no tomorrow. It's ridiculous, right? But, yeah, there's something about it. I just can't focus on it. I just don't get the entertainment out of it that I would like to get, you know?
So I've sort of picked up the average book size to be probably close to 300 to 400 words.
Yeah.
So
for words?
Oh,
that's a damn short book. I would read that, Jack.
Apologies. 300 to 400 pages.
There you go.
What would you think when you see that 300 to 400 pages? Is that when you go, oh, no, I'm out?
Yeah, that's where I just...
If you can't see... if you didn't know what that was, ladies and gentlemen, that is Eric hanging himself. Oh, sorry, the beard hanging himself.
The beard. My name is Eric. Yes. That's what I think when I see a 300 to 400 page book.
Okay, yeah. So there's obviously the time. Like, in 300 to 400 page book will take 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it's a long process, which you obviously look at the page number and go, oh, nope.
Nope.
But there's something I've gotten into about books recently that I've actually enjoyed, which is audiobooks.
Interesting, yes.
So I've found myself loving audiobooks. I, in fact, have this memory now of when I mow the lawn out the front, I have this picturing of The Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Because I listen to audiobooks for like 3 months while doing all my outdoor stuff. So I always connect to that.
There you go.
So that's me in sort of falling in love with audiobooks a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried an audiobook, Eric?
Look, I have done a little bit of audio. I've done that only a little bit. So it's not something I can relate to. But shout out to my mate Bailey, because He actually loves audiobooks, and he would be someone that I nearly considered doing it more, because he would tell me that these books are amazing when he listens to audio, and he just keeps the focus to it, and he goes through them like no tomorrow. So, and he's not a book person either, but as soon as he did audio, he came to books. So I don't know, we might have a chance. We might have a chance in the audiobook realm, but we'll have to wait till another day.
Yeah, so in terms, and that's around about the price generally, probably 15 to
$30?
$30,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So for a 10 to 12 hour experience, it is a lot.
Yeah. It's not that expensive.
Oh, sorry.
It's pretty good. It's pretty cheap.
Very cheap, sorry.
Yeah.
Thinking of something else. But the only thing is that I don't reread books much.
True.
At all.
Yeah.
Whereas some people I know, my mum rereads books like there's no tomorrow. She read books 7 or 8 times.
Yeah, wow.
And 5 or 6 of them out there.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I think I have like 30 books she's reread. It's insane.
Mm.
I'm not that type of person, so the replay value, I guess, there is not there for me.
Mm.
So overall, Eric, if we're picking 2 today, is books in your...
Look, I would love to read more books, but it's going to be a no from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
That's alright,
you're off the show, mate.
Where do books get to be kicked off to, Eric?
Jeffrey, shoot. Shoot Jeffrey again? What?
On Shavers.
Love you, Jeffrey.
Shout out to Jeffers.
Yeah.
Yep, so for me, I would say I want to do more.
Yeah.
I have learnt basically quality over quantity is more important. I would love to dive deeper into books. Unfortunately, now is just not the right time period for me. Come back to me in 12 months, that could totally change. So for me too, that is going to be a no, unfortunately.
Oof.
Despite the fact that I really want to.
That's all right. Well, Jack, how about you tell us what the next thing is?
So we are going to now go into movies.
Movies. I love it.
Movies. Generally speaking, movies go to 90 to apparently now to 3 hours. I've seen a few of them come out.
Ripper.
On the top of my head, I'm thinking The Irishman. Was Avatar that long?
She was getting close.
Yeah, and then obviously the
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, Marvel's Endgame, Marvel's Infinity War.
Yeah.
So we've got a few of them. So actually now starting to peak into the longer time period. Eric, what do you think of movies?
Mate, I will take a good movie any day. I love my movies a lot. I've watched a ton of movies since I was a kid. Mate, the amount of DVDs that we have at both my mum's and dad's, you can feel shelves of them, because we're vintage and we have DVDs. We're not like all your plebs on Netflix and Stan and you think you're cool and whatever. We go back to the CD. Mate, I've got VHS. Do you even know what that is? Do you even know? Huh? VHS. That was the days, and they are beautiful. Probably never go back to them, but I've got that over you because I'm a little older, so that's all right. But I will take a movie any day, mate. Any day. What about you?
So unfortunately, I've struggled with movies. I have had a few back problems, which was just going to a cinema or sitting down for a 2-hour movie was just too much. When at home with family, that was when it started to shift. A family movie night, when you could have an intermission and have a coffee or something in the middle, I could stand up. That started to see me going back to them. However, I love you, Dad, but you've got shocking taste in film. Oh my gosh. That comedy is not funny, it's just cringy, and oh my god, it kills me, man.
Please tell me, what comedy does he love?
So think of the Three Stooges, that type of thing.
Hey, Jack, that is an absolute classic, okay? Brought tears to my eyes. Those 3 men, they went through trials, storms, Jack.
Were they all self-inflicted because I did some pretty stupid stuff?
True.
Anyway, so I have struggled a little bit in movies, and it's not been my big thing. A Netflix special of, for example, of a stand-up comedy for an hour, even that I go, ugh.
So you're telling me that when you and me watched Kevin
See,
Hart,
that's the rare ones.
like 3 days ago or whatever,
That
that you hated every moment of it?
No.
No. I still love you.
Okay.
Well, podcast, you have a special place in my heart.
Thank you, Beard.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Those moments. Obviously, there's a rare few that come in and go, oh yeah, these are special. I just can't be bothered to sit down and watch something sometimes. I'm much more of a TV show person, which we will get to soon.
Mm-hmm.
But the price of movies.
The price. They're pretty alright. You're looking at about like what, 15 to $20? 15 to 30, 15 to 20, 15 to $23. Am I right?
23.
To be specific, yes. Am I right or am I wrong?
I think he's right because I don't know much about this.
Hey,
So
you got the piece of paper right there.
I don't think it says $23 there.
Okay, what does it say?
Well, I was thinking more of Netflix and Stan and Disney Plus,
Yeah, okay.
just because there's such a large amount of film on it.
Mm,
That's sort of the $10 to $15 a month.
true, yep.
However, there is a point where you've watched everything.
Yep.
I know my brother has done that.
Everything good at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you have the cinema experience, which is
Mm.
when it starts to get a bit more pricey.
Yes. I mean, how much is popcorn these days? It's basically the same price as the movie itself, which is a bit ridiculous.
It's not even the big size.
No, mate, you're talking a tiny little baby thing like this big, eh? And then you chuck it in, and it's about the same price as the movie, and it's just ridiculous. But I love a good movie cinema experience.
Yeah.
It is good fun. Good to go with the family. I actually remember you and me, we went and watched, what's the little one with the hamsters that are like ninjas or spies or something?
G-Force.
G-Force! I remember we went to that
I
as
don't
a
remember
family.
this.
Yeah, probably because you hated every second of it. I also do remember watching what's the Nightmare on Elm Street, and you laughing at it when it is a complete horror movie, and he just laughs.
Hang on, there has to be context to the point I laughed at.
Mate, it's a horror movie. You shouldn't be laughing.
It's so funny.
Oh my
It's
god.
so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that story now because I don't go down a rabbit hole. But
Yeah.
maybe if you leave a comment and you want to know that story, I'll tell that story next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've noticed renting movies. You can rent movies on YouTube and things, but it's like $4 a movie for renting for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like jeepers.
Well, I mean, that's what you did back. Oh, what's it called? What is it? The movie rental place. Oh no, I've forgotten. My childhood. I'm back. I'm in the store. I'm picking out the movie. Oh, what's the expensive one? Like the $5 one that's like the special one. Oh, mate, returning them. Who needs to return them? I say keep them all. Get fined. Take them all for yourself. But lest we forget Blockbuster. We'll never get it back.
So, Eric, I can tell you're a bit of a movie fan.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the list.
It's on the list.
It's on the list,
It's on the list. He's put on the list.
As my youth boys, shout out to my youth boys, would say, I'm taking it to the yard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Staying in the yard. That's that's one just keeping close and special, man.
Yeah.
Not a memories for you.
Yeah, movies every day. What about you?
Oh, no. I'm also. Well, I'll put a question mark on this.
Okay, that's all right.
I think there might be other things I'll be invested in, but I want to just make sure. I want to go through the others before I say yes. I don't want to only have one spot open and panic.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I've already stuffed myself over it. That's what you're saying, because I've said yes to movies. They get my tick of approval. What's next, Jack?
What's next is TV shows.
TV shows. Well, I know you love them, so how about you start us off with that?
One thing you should know about me and TV shows is I get emotionally invested.
Mm.
And then when they end, I cry.
It happens.
I'm a crier in TV shows because I love the characters. But yeah, I've had probably over the last 10 to 12 years, I've had many different TV shows, and recently Supernatural ended.
It's how long? 15 seasons?
Yeah.
Far out.
I was probably part of that for 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, wow.
So a long time. And that was the final one this year. I mean, I watched the finales to 6 or 7 different TV shows this year. My gosh, am I over crying over TV show? It's just so draining. And I'm getting it ready. I'm going, I know I'm going to cry. I'm not, and I don't think I'm going to cry. I sit down, I'm fine. By the end, I'm
absolute mess.
I'm sitting like, this is the reaction. It goes like,
mate.
Frick, it got me.
Mate,
damn it.
I can relate to you, mate. Every SpongeBob episode, cried. Every single one. Beautiful tears. Oh gosh.
So yeah, TV shows play a very special role in my life. They've been my escapism, my hobby, my, just for inspiration of heroism and just subtle messages and reminders.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like that. That's all right. For myself, TVs, shows, I do them pretty much just to a lower extent of movies. I'm not as invested in them, but if I get a good one, I know a lot of the ones you watch, I watch as well. Like The 100, I watched Arrow, I did Brooklyn Nine-Nine, all these beautiful shows that are great, but I'm not as probably invested as you. I don't usually shed a tear, unless it's SpongeBob, like I mentioned before. What a beautiful show. But yes, I do get that. I'm going to say for myself, it's a no on my list, but how much are they? How much are usually we going for?
So, the good thing about Stan or Netflix or Disney is that you can get seasons and a lot of them for different TV shows. That obviously again goes around the range. Well, I don't know what Disney or Stan is right now, but I know Netflix is getting close to that $14.99 or whatever.
Yeah, something up there
for a family pack or whatever. The obviously annoying thing is that the latest season, some in Australia in particular, sometimes takes its time to get here.
Yeah.
So that is the frustration that is a little bit hard to access. But overall, I think I connect more with TV shows because it's a longer time period.
Mm.
If you think about 40 minutes for 21 episodes compared to just 2 movies of 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
there's just more time and investment. So,
Yeah.
oops, my headphones came out.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, you're right. It is longer, so it is a bit more, I guess, better in that sense. But, we love it. Nonetheless, it's a good decision. Are you going to say yes to it? Is that going to be on your thing?
See, I'm going to go outside of the box a little here. I'm going to say no.
Oh.
Because as my shows have ended, I've transitioned out of one phase and I'm now looking to the new, to see what's new. There's not really any TV shows on my radar.
That's fair.
Oh, by the way, if there's any good TV shows with good story development and good character development, let me know because I'm kind of out of shows at the moment.
Yes, I would love to hear them too. Yes. Awesome. Well, tell us, what's the next thing, Jack?
So we're going to go into the next thing, which is albums. Sort of push / music, right?
True.
Spotify has changed the game.
Mate, has it ever? It is incredible. I mean, you don't have Spotify, but I do. And it is honestly amazing. I think it's one of the best things you could have. That's just my opinion. Then again, I don't pay for it. My mum does. Oh, God. So I don't have any expenses to it, but it's great.
And that is the thing, right? A family pack, the value in that just seems to be incredible. I've been a part of my family pack at home, but I just don't. I only use it for Adam Rower's video singles that he does. So,
man, I don't even know who that is.
He's a podcast I listen to. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's starting to release some music, which has been really cool. Lyrics are really purposefully crafted and got a lot of intent behind them, so that's been awesome just to dive in deep in that. But yes, I have done a little bit of Spotify and it is really good what I've seen. I don't know the prices for Spotify exactly.
Well, I'm pretty sure at the moment, if you're a student, you're talking about like $16 to $14, I think it is.
A month?
A month. I'm pretty sure the family pack that my family's on now is 18. And then if you're just doing it by yourself, it's like 24 or something like that. Prices might have changed. I got this like 3 years ago. Who knows what it is right now?
Yeah, but I know my family got Spotify Premium, I think it is.
Yeah, it's premium, yeah. Because, if you get the normal one, the free one, you got ads like every 2 songs or something. It's just like, hey, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to play my songs in order, I ain't on YouTube. We love /stuff YouTube for ads. I mean, ads are good. Jack, tell us about ads, actually. You've been recently doing this thing that is really great.
So, I had ad block on because ads were driving me up the wall. I was getting to a point where ads were coming on to products I'd already bought. So, for example, I'd go online and get something that I needed, and then it would just spam me with that same thing. I've already bought the thing. I don't need to be told to go get it again. I know. But, so I had ad block for a while. And I heard this video about, how it helps it helps the YouTube creators a lot. So I thought, okay, cool. I'm going to do the start of the ads and the end ads for a video. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, when the ad comes on, I'll probably just mute it or just get my phone out and just play with my phone for 2 seconds. I think other people can do that even better than me because I don't have social media.
True.
So I'm just mucking around my emails, checking out.
Your emails. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they muck around and look at their emails. But I love that, Jack. Please tell me what you do in your emails.
I just check them repeatedly.
So you just look at the same email over and over again?
So, a bit sidetracked, but I don't have social media, so when my family's on their phones, or when I'm around friends who are on their phones, it's very hard. Because I'm on top of my YouTube, and obviously when you're around people, you can't listen to YouTube, you podcasts and whatever. So I get my phone out, I look at my Gmail, there's no emails there because I've checked it 25 times today.
Jeez.
Then I check my YouTube, and there's nothing out because I already know about everything. Then I sort of flick a few times between screens, I turn it off, I sit around and think, and then I get back on the phone and check Gmail again, and I do that on repeat.
Mate, that's a beautiful rinse and repeat. Now, I don't know about you, but what do you say to the people who have like 4,000 plus emails on unread that just sit on their mailbox and they just don't do anything about it?
Well, there's 2 types, isn't there? There'll be 2 types. One, people who actually do read it but just don't delete it. But then there's people who legitimately have 4,000 emails they've not even looked at. To those people, I don't understand. What if there was a good 80% off deal you missed, man?
Yeah, you got them there, Jack. I miss 80% deals all the time on my emails. Oh, that's a beautiful sound.
Sorry. I literally just unsubscribed from a sale email today, so that's ironic.
That's fair. And that's our life through emails with Jack. But back to albums and music.
I don't know how we got there.
I don't either.
To emails, but anyway. We've talked about YouTube and that with the ads. We've talked about Spotify. What about CDs and vinyls and stuff?
Well, I mean, I haven't bought a CD. I don't think ever. My mum got me CDs.
Same.
Back in the day. And that was it. I didn't go out and buy CDs or anything. And I definitely didn't buy vinyls because we don't have the heck is it called?
Record player.
Record player, exactly. I have bought a vinyl for you, so I technically have bought a vinyl because this man's got a cheeky record player. But I just don't buy them. I go straight to Spotify every time. I think that's the only way I'm ever going to listen to music unless another better streaming music platform comes out, really.
And I think that's the hard part about those is that they are... Sorry, I got a foot cramp at the moment. It's really killing me. I think for me, it's the hard thing about that it's so expensive. If you're going to do vinyls or CDs, you're not going to have many of them a year.
Yeah, true.
That's the reality of it. So it's not really a sustainable option in terms of any form of quantity. Unless you can listen to 5 same albums over and over again.
For eternity.
Yeah, each year just add 4 or 5.
Yeah, just keep listening to them. And then, I mean, with a vinyl record player, you ain't taking that in your car.
No.
Unless you can tell me how to take it in your car. Please let us know if you can take a vinyl in the car. I would love to know how to do it. I'm pretty sure Jack would too. Yes,
I would definitely use that. So for me, I think this one's a no because I naturally, organically get quite a few songs, 2 or 3 songs probably per month. So it's not as if I'm not finding new music. I am, and it's just at a slow pace, and right now that's cool for me. I already know a lot of songs. So this one's going to be a no for me, but what about you, Eric?
Look, I like my music, but it is entertaining, and I do listen to a lot of music, so it's actually a bit of a tough one. I'm probably going to lean towards no, but at the end, I don't know, maybe it's a yes.
This is at the end of the day, when we talk about albums and music here, we are talking about investing time into going and get new stuff more than old. It is about, hey, I want to go find new content and new quality creators and music and artists. So that part, I listen to a lot of music, but that part is not something the new part I'm not going to be doing consciously.
That's fair. That's all right. Well, what's the next bit, Mr. Podcast?
It is exactly that. Podcasts.
Wow. Who would have thought it?
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Well, I think you're a bit more educated in podcast. I'm not a podcast listener Although I am currently doing a podcast.
He's a podcast creator, folks.
I have listened to a couple podcasts before, and they do get me through work. So I actually, my work is very boring. I literally sit there and do you even know what an email opener is? You probably don't, people. It is this, it's like a knife, double-edged knife, and you just open letters. I know, entertaining, right? And I sit there and I do that all day. I then proceed to take the money and the checks out because I work for a charity and we get donations. And then I get a pin and I pin the check to the piece of paper and I sort it into piles. It's an incredibly entertaining job, but podcasts actually get me through. One of the ones I love is Hamish and Andy. They just have such good humor and so great entertainment that it just gives me a smile on my day. And so in that aspect, podcasts are actually a really big win for me. But you listen to them more often than not. What do you take out of podcasts?
Well, firstly, I hope your boss doesn't hear any of this because that'll be great.
Look, I don't think they'll be listening anytime soon. I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, you better quit that job before you let them see it, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I listen to 4 different type of podcasters, averaging probably about 12 to 14 hours of content per week. I do a lot of that with listening. So cleaning dishes, cleaning your house, doing whatever. In the car, I do a lot of that.
Yeah. So you do a lot then.
Yeah. And I do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot. One thing I'll say about it is that it's free.
True.
And I've had entertainment, for example, one of my favourite people, Kind of Funny, for a long time. I've known them since 2015 or 2016. And it's basically been content for free.
Yeah.
So it is a really viable option for people who are a bit tight on the budget.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what would you say? Would you take it? Would you say this is on your list?
Yeah, look, I think because I'm now doing podcasting, I think I'm going to be seeing a new side of podcasting. So yes, I will be investing a little bit more time and maybe watching a little bit more and paying attention, taking notes maybe even as well. So yes, I will be investing on. This is my first yes, by the way.
True. And for myself, I think I'll put it on the maybe side with music, and then we'll see what happens, and then it'll be good. But what about this? What's the next one, Jack?
Well, first we have a little special segment.
True.
It's time.
It's time for our segment. Welcome back to the segment. This is our segment. As you'll notice, I've changed. He's got a beanie on. He's basically the same. We are calling this segment Game of the Sexy.
Damn it, man, damn it. You pulled a prank on me. Literally asked me, what do you want to call it just before we press play?
Yep.
And then he's like, I said, oh no, you said Game of the Week before, let's just do that. And then he goes, okay, cool.
We're playing this segment called Game of the Sexy. Jack, tell me, what is your Game of the Sexy for this week?
Now, I am going to be thrown under a bus in the insults in the comments, but even by you.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I'm not going to lie. There is something addictive about bug snacks.
No.
There is something about the to-do list. It's just like the mission, like, oh, I'll just do this one last thing. I'll just complete this one last thing. It only takes 2 seconds. And it takes forever, but you still seem to always want to go back for more.
Jack?
I want to be very clear. You are not the minority here. Look at the reviews.
I'm the minority.
Look at the reviews of this game, and it is a good game.
Jack, I can't be serious with you. I can't be wrong. I have to be in the majority. When it came out on that PS5 video release thing, the amount of comments, the amount of people that said this is the most weird and stupid thing ever, and now you're telling me it's the best game.
It's the meme of the century.
It's the meme of the century. The century. Okay, but if it's a meme of a game, how can it get Game of the Year?
Because it's just, well, Fall Guys is a meme, but it's just quality.
You know what, Jack? You've sold me.
Thank you.
That's it. I'm getting bug snacks, people. It's happening. I don't think I'll play it, but I'll get it just for Mr. Podcast over here. But please tell me what you were saying before about the parentals.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember what this was, but I know what he's leading to here.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it was now. Okay, so the whole ground concept that my parents have taught me is that you can have anything but not everything. And that has been a lesson for life of, Jack, you can have anything, But you can't have everything, so pick and be aware of what you want because you can't have everything.
True. And shout out to the big P's out there, the big parentals, quote unquote, Mr. Podcast over here. The parentals have got our backs, Jack. I love it. It is a great quote. You can't have everything, but you can have anything. Yeah. So it's pretty wise, it's pretty deep, and I love it. And you can have bugs and you can have snacks and combine them together to get bug snacks, the game of the year, apparently. I'm in the minority. That's okay. I don't know if I'll play it, but I love it.
What is your game?
My game, Jack. Now, this is a beautiful game. This is the game that I've picked up recently this week. It's actually called Lux DLX. Now, you probably have no idea. You've never heard of it. It's actually a mobile game. I would have brought my phone out to show you, but my phone is that camera right there. So that's not going to happen. But this game is basically the entire world. And you kind of got like an army, and you just got numbers on your army, and you just got to take over the entire world.
I think I've seen ads for this.
It's not one of those games. Oh. It's old. Like, I played it as a kid, like on my dad's iPad or whatever. And then I was talking to one of my youth boys, and he was telling me about this other game, like a board game, and it reminded me of that game, but I always forgot what the name was called. I lost it. I thought I would never play it again. And suddenly, I remember the name, Lux DLX. Give it a shot. Give it a play on your phone for free. Great fun. I think that's my game of the week.
Well, if you're going to shout out, Bug Snacks is free on PS Plus for this month. So go grab that for PS4 or PS5.
And he's got you there. Well, that's it. That's our segment. Game of the weeks. Please tell us your game of the week, your game of life. What do you think? And we'd love to hear what your games are.
And that leads us into the last art form.
Yeah.
Video games.
True.
So, video games are a very sort of play extreme ends of the spectrum a little bit here, because you can have a PC that costs a lot of money to make, and then you can have a game that costs quite a lot. But then you can also have Fortnite, which is free, on your phone, which you already have. So you can sort of play from both ends of the extreme here. So I'd say, generally speaking, the amount of time you spend on games are ranging between 10 to 100 hours on average. I mean, people do spend more, but I don't know if that's how much of a population actually do that. For me, I like to play games in a one game per month fashion. I go in, I get the platinum trophy in 1 month, and I get out. And I do that each month, and I get to finish off my backlog of games, and I get to experience new games and try new genres, which is really fun.
And that's great. I'm not at that kind of level. I do like a good platinum. I've only got like 6 or 7. Jack, how many platinums do you have?
I actually don't know.
You're over 50, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. This man is over 50 platinums. I don't know how he does it. Obviously, he's just told us how he does it. He plays a game a month and platinums it. So if you want to get as many platinums as Mr. Podcast over here, take it out, do them 1 a month, and just go through them. And just go, even if they're the free ones from PS Plus, and do them, technically not free, but each month, and just do that if you want some more platinums. But with games, they go for so long, some of them, right? So we're talking about 10 to, depending on the type of multiplayer game, you could sink in hundreds of hours into these games. I've heard of people sinking in like 1,000 hours into one game.
Do you know someone like that?
I know a couple of people like that.
Really? Because I don't know anyone who's done... I know a couple hundred hours, but I don't know 1,000.
Thousands of hours into just one game. Yeah, you do.
I know them! That's going to be off air probably when I find out who they are.
Nice.
So I can heavily judge them.
No. But yeah, people put in tons of hours into games. So, and if you pay like, what, $80 to $100, and you put in 1,000 hours of games, then... like, you've got a lot of bang for your buck, I reckon.
And that's what I think is so appealing about gaming, is that there is such generally and if you can see past the stereotypes, all of a sudden you go, oh damn, this works really well, and it's fun, and it's engaging. Generally speaking, the price range, I would say, is 60 to... now it's the PS5 game's now 125 Australian dollars.
Ooh!
Yeah, yay for me. We've got a PS5 now.
Yay! More money to spend. Yeah, it is interesting, but you're gonna get your banging for your buck, mate.
Yeah.
And with those is like Spider-Man, You've got Godfall, which is these new ones on PS5. And then we're coming into a new era of gaming. We're coming into the sequels of the greats of the PS4. Like, we're talking Horizon, Forbidden West. We're talking God of War 5 or whatever the heck they're going to call it.
God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the official name, or is that just the trailer release name, or is it going to be more to it?
We don't know. It'll be good. And I'm so keen for these kind of games and so ready for them. And this is just what, gaming is about. And so it is a great platform. It's a great medium. For myself, I'm going to put it as my second. That's it. I've got movies and games.
And look, I've now been doing a thing where I have had 2 games going. I've had one game that is not a grind or more like an online multiplayer. For example, like Ghost of Tsushima Legends, I've been playing 1 match per day. And now I'm also having a game, like a story game, like a Bug Snacks. Which, by the way, I might be platinuming tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I go.
There you go. That'll be interesting.
First platinum on the PS5.
Oi! That's very good. That'll be fun. But yeah, what about you? Is this going to be your second?
Yes, it has to be. Especially now I'm doing 2 games per month, and I'm not 2 games per month. I'm playing 2 games at a time. I'm continuing to fall in love with the new PS5 era and the weird, wacky experiences they have to offer. So,
heck yeah. Well, that's pretty good, I reckon. There you go. That's it, folks. Tell us what your choices are. I think we've asked you guys to get 50,000 million things. This is the main thing. Tell us what your 2 game type of art forms are. What do you like? Is there another art form that we've just not even mentioned that you actually use, that you consume entertainment on? Please tell us. Is it social media? We don't know.
I didn't include social media, and the reason was because I didn't feel like anyone would actually give that up.
True.
I feel like that would just be given as the first slot automatically.
It's very true. Yeah.
So.
But that's all right. I think we're done.
Yeah. And this has been a different take on work-life balance and saying, hey, what's the other side? Because everyone talks about the work stuff.
True.
So what's the other side of life and enjoying the leisures of life and maybe just being consciously aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we've done it in a ridiculously laughing, fun manner. Just to prove that it is fun. You can do this. It doesn't, like, even self-development doesn't have to be annoying and frustrating and a hardship. That's the best word. It doesn't have to be a hardship. It can be fun. So this is our take on that.
Yeah, and we thank you for coming along, joining the ride. This is our 2nd episode. We're so keen to keep going, and we'll have some more coming out next week as well. Stay tuned, and likes, comments, subscribe, do the things. Ring that Jeffrey bell. Ring his bells.
Crikey dingo.
Crikey dingo, indeed. Awesome. We appreciate you guys. Have a great week.
Peace.
Bye.